Hello, welcome to my J-Man Movie Buzz. Here with today's movies. Here we go. The first one is Night School with Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. The blurb is School's back. Star Kevin Hart and producer Will Packer, who partnered for the hit Ride Along and Think Like a Man series, bring their signature style to Night School. The comedy from director Malcolm D. Lee, Girls Trip, follows a group of misfits who are forced to attend adult classes in the long shot chance they'll pass the GED exam. That's not school. It's just not school. The next one is Men in Black International with Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, and Liam Neeson. The world's not going to save itself. The Men in Black have always protected the Earth from the scum of the universe. In this new adventure, they tackled their biggest threat to date, a mole in the Men in Black organization. That's Men in Black International. Next one is Long Shot with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. Read the blurb. From the celebrated team of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, creators of outrageous comedy hits including This Is the End and Neighbours, comes Long Shot. Seth Rogen stars as Fred Flasky, a hard-partying journalist who's got it bad for Charlotte Field, Charlize Theron, his first crush turned presidential candidate. After Charlotte hires Fred as a speechwriter, he is a fish out of water on her elite team. But sparks fly as he turns her on to a wild new world of raging parties, secret rendezvous, and hilarious rule breaking. That's Long Shot. The next one is Little with Issa Rae, Marseille Martin, Regina Hall. Look like from the producer of Girls Trip and Night School. Her boss from Hell woke up like this. Ever wish you could cut your boss down to size? Jordan Sanders, Regina Hall, a take no prisoners tech mogul, wakes up one morning in the body of her 13-year-old self, Marseille Martin. Right before Jordan Sanders, Regina Hall, a take no prisoners tech mogul, wakes up one morning in the body of her 13-year-old self, Marseille Martin. Right before a do or die presentation. Her beleaguered assistant April Issa Rae is the only one in on the secret that her daily tormentor is now trapped in an awkward tween body, just as everything is on the line. That's Little. Let's go on. Next one is Late Night with Emma Thompson and Next one is Late Night with Emma Thompson and Mindy Kaling. Catherine Newbury, Emma Thompson, is a pioneer and legendary host on the late night talk show circuit. When she's accused of being a woman who hates women, she puts affirmative action on the to-do list. And presto, Mindy Kaling, is hired as the one woman in Catherine's all-male writer's room, but Molly might be too little, too late, as the formidable Catherine also faces the reality of low ratings and a network that wants to replace her, wanting to prove she's not merely a diversity hire who is disrupting the comfort of the brotherhood. Molly is determined to help Catherine revitalize her show and Korea, and possibly affect even bigger change at the same time. That's late night. Mr. This. Next one is The Hustle with Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway. Josephine Chesterfield, Anne Hathaway, is a glamorous and seductive Brit who defrauds colourful, wealthy men. Penny, Rebel Wilson, amasses wads of cash by ripping off her marks in neighbourhood bars. Despite their differences, Josephine Chesterfield, Anne Hathaway, is a glamorous, seductive Brit who defrauds colourful wealth. Josephine Chesterfield, Anne Hathaway, is a glamorous, seductive Brit who defrauds gullible, wealthy men. Penny, Rebel Wilson, amasses wads of cash by ripping off her marks in neighbourhood bars. Despite their different methods, both are masters of the art of the fleece. So they con the men that have wronged women. Wilson's talent for physicality and Hathaway's withering wit are combustible combination, as the pair of scammers pull out all the stops to swindle a naive tech billionaire, Alex Sharp, in this hilarious comedy. They're giving dirty, rotten men a run for their money. That's The Hustle. This. Next one is Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Long live the king! The most powerful creature the world has ever known returns to challenge a battery of god-sized monsters in this epic action adventure, and the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. That's Godzilla, King of the Monsters. This. Next one is Green Book with Mahershala Ali, Viggo Mortensen, Linda Cardellini, inspired by a true friendship. When Tony Lick Mortensen, a bouncer from an Italian-American neighborhood in the Bronx, is hired to drive Dr. Don Shirley Ali, a world-class black pianist, on a concert tour from Manhattan to the Deep South. They must rely on the Green Book to guide them to the few establishments that were then safe for African Americans. Confronted with racism, danger, as well as unexpected humanity and humor, they are forced to set aside differences to survive and thrive on the journey of a lifetime. That's Green Book. That won Best Picture at this year's Oscars. This. Next one is Fighting with My Family with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Vince Vaughn, Florence Pugh, Jack Lowden, Nick Frost. You want to stand up and cheer. Born into a tight-knit Wesleyan family, Paige and her brother Zach are ecstatic when they get the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to try out for WWE. But when only Paige earns a spot in the competitive training program, she must leave her family and face this new cutthroat world alone. Based on the incredible true story, this heartwarming comedy follows Paige as she proves that what makes her different is the very thing that makes her a star. That's wrestling. That's Fighting with My Family. Next one is another Dwayne Johnson movie called Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. Fast and Furious Fun. Okay. I will. Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham return to their unforgettable roles as Hobbs and Shaw in this action-packed feature from the blockbuster Fast and Furious franchise. For years, hulking lawman Luke Hobbs Johnson and lawless outcast Deckard Shaw Statham have traded smack talk and body blows for what, but when cyber genetically enhanced anarchist Brixton Idris Elba gains control of an insidious biothreat that could alter humanity forever, Hobbs and Shaw must partner up to bring down the only guy who might be better than themselves. That's Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. The disc. This one is the Fantastic Beasts, the Crumbs and Grindelwald. Richie. Who will change the future? The Fatal One will change the future of all. At the end of the first film, the powerful dark wizard Grindelwald Depp was captured by MACUSA, Magical Congress of the United States of America, with the help of Newt Scamander, Redmayne. But making good on his threat, Grindelwald escaped custody and has set about gathering followers, most unexpected of his true agenda, to raise pure blood wizards up to rule all over all non-magical beings. In an effort to thwart Grindelwald's plans, Albus Dumbledore enlists his former student, Newt Scamander, who agrees to help, unaware of the dangers that lie ahead. Lines are drawn as love and loyalty are tested, even among the truest friends and family in an increasingly divided wizarding world. That's Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Next one is Pokemon Detective Pikachu with Justice Smith and Ryan Reynolds. The story begins when ace detective Harry Goodman goes mysteriously missing, prompting his 21-year-old son Tim to find out what happened. Aiding in the investigation is Harry's former Pokemon partner, Detective Pikachu, a hilariously wisecracking, adorable super sleuth, who is a puzzlement even to himself. Finding that they are uniquely equipped to communicate with one another, Tim and Pikachu join forces on a thrilling adventure to unravel the tangled mystery, chasing clues together through the neon-lit streets of Rhyme City, a sprawling modern metropolis where humans and Pokemon live side by side in a cyber realistic live-action world. They encounter a diverse cast of Pokemon characters and uncover a shocking plot that could destroy these peaceful coexistence and threaten the whole Pokemon universe. That's Pokemon Detective Pikachu. The next one is Bumblebee. The best Transformers movie yet. Cybertron has fallen. When Optimus Prime sends Bumblebee to defend Earth, his journey to become a hero begins. Shirley Watson, Haley Steinfeld, a teenager trying to find her place in the world, discovers and repairs the battle-scarred robot, who's disguised as a Volkswagen Beetle. As the Decepticons hunt down the surviving Autobots with the help of a secret agency led by Agent Burns, John Cena, Bumblebee and Charlie team up to protect the world in an action-packed adventure that's fun for the whole family. That's Bumblebee. Next one is Alita, Battle Angel. An angel falls, a warrior rises. Her legend begins. Alita is a creation from the age of despair, found by the mysterious Dr. Ido. While trolling for cyborg parts, Alita becomes a lethal, dangerous being. She cannot remember who she is or where she came from. But to Dr. Ido, the truth is all too clear. She's the one being who can break the cycle of death and destruction left behind from type fairs. But to accomplish her true purpose, she must fight and kill. That is where Alita's true significance comes to bear. She is an angel of heaven. She is an angel of death. That's Alita, Battle Angel. Next one is Nobody's Fool with Tiffany Haddish, Tika Sumter, Whoopi Goldberg, Amari Hardwick, Amber Riley. A film by Tyler Perry. She shows up, everything blows up. Trying to get back on her feet, wild child Tanya, Tiffany Haddish, looks to her buttoned up by the book sister Danka, Tika Sumter, to help her get back on track. As these polar opposites collide with hilarious and sometimes disastrous results, Tanya discovers that Danka's picture-perfect life, including her mysterious boyfriend, might not be what it seems. That's Nobody's Fool. This is Nobody's Fool. Next one is Poems with Diane Keaton and Jackie Weaver right there. From the studio that brought you Bad Moms and the producer of Book Club comes an uplifting comedy about a woman who starts a cheerleading squad at a retirement community. Starring Academy Award winner Diane Keaton, Academy Award nominee Jackie Weaver, Pam Grier, Celia Weston, and Rhea Perlman. Poems is a heartfelt and hilarious Hollywood news source story that proves it's never too late to follow your dreams. The perfect balance of heart and comedy. That's Poems. Next one is Stuba with Kamal Nanjiani, Dave Bautista. Buckle up for our beep ride. Prepare for the ride share of your life. When a mild-mannered Uber driver named Stu, Kamal Nanjiani, picks up a passenger, Dave Bautista, who turns out to be a cop hot on the trail of a brutal killer. He's thrust into a harrowing ordeal where he desperately tries to hold on to his wits, his life, and his 5-star rating. That's Stuba. This one is The Sun. The Sun is also a star, based on the best-selling novel Yara Shahidi, Charles Melton. Love is a universe all of its own. What if I told you I could get you to fall in love with me? College-bound romantic Daniel Bay, Melton, and Jamaica-born pragmatist Natasha Kingsley Shahidi meet and fall for each other over one magical day amidst the fervor and flurry of New York City. Sparks immediately fly between these two strangers who might never have met had fate not given them a little push. What will fate be enough? But will fate be enough to take these scenes from star-crossed to lucky in love? With just hours left on the clock in what looks to be her last day in the U.S., Natasha is fighting against her family's deportation as fiercely as she's fighting her budding feelings for Daniel, who is working just as hard to convince her they are destined to be together. A modern-day story about finding love against all odds, The Sun is also a star explores whether our lives are determined by fate or the random events of the universe. That's the Sun is also a star. And the last one for today is What Men Want with Taraji P. Henson, Tracy Morgan. She can hear men's thoughts. Let the games begin. Inspired by the Nancy Meyers hit romantic comedy What Men Want. No, inspired by the Nancy Meyers hit romantic comedy What Women Want. That this film follows the story of a female sports agent, Henson, who is being constantly boxed out by her male colleagues. When she gains the power to hear men's thought, she's able to shift the paradigm to her advantage as she races to sign the NBA's next superstar. The must-see comedy. That's What Men Want. This. The movies I reviewed today are What Men Want. The Sun is also a star. Stuba. Poms. Nobody's Fool. Alita, Battle Angel. Bumblebee. Pokemon, Detective Pikachu. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Fighting with My Family. Green Book. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The Hustle. Late Night. Little. Long Shot. Men in Black International. And Night School. That's all the movies I reviewed for today. I'm the J-Man saying thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. I need some subscribers. Bye. Bye.